Hey man, real say shit. You already know what the fuck going on. So we gotta talk about this fucking situation with Kodak, where he basically got charged with trespassing last night. But before we get into all that shit, like, comment, subscribe. Let's run this shit up. You already know. So Kodak Black, this nigga hates his freedom. I definitely have come to this fucking conclusion, because this man, he basically got pardoned by Trump on some crazy shit, like a Hail Mary, for basically being what was it, he falsified documents for buying a gun in Miami, basically. So he was gonna be facing like years in like federal penitentiary and shit. He was basically getting abused by prison guards, they were saying, and he went through all that just to get caught up again for some random bullshit, trespassing on Golden Acres. I don't know how you even do that, because it's like, it's in the trenches in Broward County, Florida. Like, I don't even know why you would be there as like a Grammy nominated artist. This nigga just outside. This nigga be living life like a GTA mission and shit. Like, I can't even believe this. How it even got to that point, we don't even know. There's details coming, basically like by news channels and stuff, basically not really giving too much information, just basically saying that he got caught up for trespassing. I don't know if he was just causing a scene or some shit, maybe shooting a video, just being loud as shit. It's New Year's Eve, so it's like, I don't know how you get caught up in New Year's Eve, which is like the loudest time of the fucking year, where people are just lighting fireworks and doing stuff. Could have been something having to do with that, but honestly, I don't even know how he even gets to that point. Like, this nigga, like, you can't blame anyone else but yourself if you're at that level and you're fucking, after being pardoned by the fucking president, and you're still out here doing like delinquent activity, man. But let's get into
he can go to Acres all the time though. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I feel like he shouldn't like get like locked up for trespassing and go to Acres.
Yeah.
Like, he grew up there. Like, he made go to Acres famous. You feel?
That's true. I mean, that's why it's like his old neighborhood. So I don't even know how it even got to that point though. Like, he must have been doing some crazy shit, like probably like shooting a video or doing something like dumb. There's no real details having to do with like what exactly happened in it. But I'm gonna just go to the article, which basically talks about it, because they kind of give like the most details. But they said Kodak Black behind bars, but he's since bonded out. Kodak Black arrested for trespassing on New Year's Day, less than 1 year after he was pardoned by Donald Trump. Kodak Black was arrested for trespassing. He's taken into custody just before 1:30 a.m. on New Year's Day, according to law enforcement. Black was previously sentenced to 3 years in prison for falsifying documents, but then he was pardoned by the former president. And then, that's basically all they really say about it, but I hope that he makes better decisions. I mean, I would say it could have been drugs or some shit, but this nigga passed his drug rehabilitation program with flying colors, allegedly.
They released him on a $25 bond.
A $25 bond?
Yeah. So I don't think it's that serious. He probably like, finna get free soon. He probably gonna be okay.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, like, what do you think he was going through in that situation even? I don't even know.
Honestly, I feel like the media just over portrayed it like they're using his old mugshot, or I think it looked like an old mugshot, but like, I don't know, like, trespassing is way easier, way simpler, way lighter than all the heavy ass shit that he was locked up for.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know. All I know is this nigga like damn near about to get a Grammy. He has like the biggest song right now with Super Gremlin. Like, he just needs to be. They need to just keep this nigga indoors, man. There's nothing.
That's a fact. And keep him away from the fake perks.
For
real,
he's
a gremlin,
bro.
You feel me?
That and the meth allegedly that he said he was doing in an interview and shit. They need to just
a sample of that meth.
They just need to keep this nigga sober, bro. But it's hard. I feel like at that level, like rappers and shit, you probably can't tell them anything. You know?
The ego be so big.
The ego be so big.
Off camera. You
For
feel
real.
Repeat it like it's like I'm just saying it naturally. Fucking Fetty Wap on the Off the Record podcast said he would turn down $300,000 shows just because he didn't want to smoke weed, or because they wouldn't let him smoke weed, so he didn't want to stop smoking weed.
Bruh.
Imagine giving up 300 bands just because you want to puff.
Just because you want to smoke weed and shit. So that's that. But then imagine if that was meth instead of weed.
This nigga,
like, that would be even worse. Like, niggas would be giving away their like children or some shit like that for the meth, man. That shit is not cool, man. Stay off the drugs, kids.
No, cap.
You already know, man.
Do meth and cigarettes. Those are the only 2 drugs. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, I'm gonna get my medicinal meth card soon. Bruh, I mean, someone needs to get this nigga Kodak off the drugs. I made a video on this previously, but I mean, like, he passed his drug course apparently.
I feel like that was fake.
You think it was fake?
Yeah.
Cause people were showing the Zayas interview and that nigga was fucking. He had his eyes like geeking. Like one of his eyes were going in a different direction, right?
Yeah. And B. Lou was like trying to like give him compliments. Also, though, I feel like, well, this is a tangent, but yeah, I feel like it's hard for niggas to not do drugs, specifically niggas like Kodak, because he lost his artist. The nigga was allegedly beheaded. Niggas say that was a rumor though, but maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
Nah, I think he was beheaded.
Yeah, you feel like he's losing family members. He was talking about how he was at a funeral and like he was just talking about how he was grieving, but like because other people, like he's famous and grieving, so he's going through this pain. He's dealing with his emotions and the emotions of thousands of other people that like want things from him. You know, that could push a person to want to do drugs.
Damn, that could. I don't know how that gets him into hardcore drugs. Damn, I just
the meth is another level. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe like perks, I'd understand, but meth is like I don't even know how niggas get to that mess. Like honestly, like do you think someone like from his team gave him that shit, or he like met someone that give him the fucking meth connect that made him hooked on that shit?
I think probably in jail.
In jail?
I don't know if he still do meth. I think that's what he said in the interview. Like he had done meth before.
So you think he's just?
No, I think he said he did meth on the street before.
Yeah, I think he said at first he did it on accident, and then he liked how it felt.
Yeah.
And then, cause that's why he's saying, "Give me a sample of that meth," right?
Yeah.
Cause he said, "I like that shit."
I mean, obviously meth like feels real good, right?
Yeah, I mean probably, but then that should be made with like battery acid and shit, and like
no cap.
fucking like cough syrup. Not even cough syrup, like fucking like cough like suppressant pills and shit like that.
Yeah, I got a contact high off meth once. That shit was one. I'm not even gonna lie, but
that shit crazy.
I was on a bus and like some sharp looking dude. He looked like the dad off Friday, but just a little more dressed up. You feel? You would have thought this nigga was going to some jazz festival or some shit like that, right? So he just sits down, looking real casual. Nigga pulls out the pookie. I thought it was a vape at first, and then he's blowing smoke, and I look into this nigga's hands. It's the fucking black fucking pookie.
Damn, bro.
The glass dick, the meth.
This nigga needs fucking help, that guy. Yeah. And to do that on the bus, like you could get someone's kids high, you know?
Literally.
That shit crazy, man. But hey, y'all stay away from that fucking meth. Tell this nigga Kodak to stay away from jail. Real estate say shit. You already know what the fuck going on. Like, comment, subscribe. Run this shit the fuck up. Peace.
That was good.